जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य सदर सदस्य देसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की नमाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्रीद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी ललिता विशाखा की श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jai Nityananda, Jai Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 17, text number 18. Tabe sapta prahara chila Prabhu bhava aveshe yatha tatha bhaktagana dekila visheshe. तबे सप्त प्रहर चिला प्रभु भावावेशे यथा तथा भक्तगणा देखिला विशेषे. तबे सप्त प्रहर चिला प्रभु भावावेशे यथा तथा भक्तगणा देखिला विशेषे. तबे सप्त प्रहर छिला प्रभु अभावावेशे यथा तथा भक्तगणा देखिला विशेषे. प्लीज चैंट. सप्त प्रहरा छिला प्रभु भावावेशे तथा भक्तगणा. Anyone else? तबे बोलो बोलो. तबे मिला प्रभु भावावेशे Mataji's. Tata tata Prahara chila तथा भक्तगणा देखिला विशेषे. तबे thereafter sapta prahara 21 hours chila remained Prabhu the Lord bhava aveshe in ecstasy yatha anywhere tatha everywhere bhaktagana the devotees Dekhila Sa Visheshe specifically. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. After this incident, the Lord remained in an ecstatic position for 21 hours, and all the devotees saw His specific pastimes. Purport. In deity's room, there must be a bed for the deity behind his throne. This system should immediately be introduced in all our centers. It does not matter whether the bed is a big or small. It should be of a size the deity room can conveniently accommodate, but there must be at least a small bed. One day in the house of Srivas Thakur, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down on the bed of Vishnu, and all the devotees worshipped him with Vedic mantras of the Purusha Shukta, beginning with Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha, Sahasraksha Sahasrapat. This Veda Stuti should be introduced, if possible, for installations of deities. While bathing the deity, all the priests and devotees must chant this Purusha Shukta and offer the appropriate paraphernalia for worshipping the deity, such as flowers, fruit, incense, arati paraphernalia, naivedya, vastra, and ornaments. All the devotees worship Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this way, and the Lord remained in ecstasy for 7 praharas, or 21 hours. He took this opportunity to show the devotees that He is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, who is the source of all other incarnations, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate. All the different forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are Vishnu Tattva, emanate from the body of Lord Krishna. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exposed all those private desires of the devotees, and thus all of them became fully confident that Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Some devotees call this exhibition of ecstasy by the Lord Sata Prahariya Bhava, or the ecstasy of 21 hours, and others call it Mahabhava Prakasha, or Mahaprakash. There is a description of this Sata Prahariya Bhava in the Chaitanya Bhagavad, Madhyakanda chapter 9, which mentions that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu blessed a maidservant named Dukhi with the name Sukhi. He called for Kollavecha Sridhara and showed him his Mahaprakasha. Then he called for Murari Gupta and showed him his feature as Lord Ramchandra. He offered his blessings to Haridas Thakur, and at this time he also asked Advaita Prabhu to explain the Bhagavad Gita as it is, Gitara Satya Patha, and showed special favor to Mukunda. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Vishvishakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. Today we will discuss Mahaprakash Lila as described by Srila Prabhupada in the purport, very elaborately described in Chaitanya Bhagavad chapter 9 and 10, and also a little bit about Sri Madhavendra Puri. In general, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tried to hide himself that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. In general, he acted like a devotee. In certain times, he exhibited his opulence of being a Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is one of the occasions where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his Mahaprakash. So this is a very, very wonderful pastime. One should read this pastime again and again. A lot of intricate confidential secrets are given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, and also Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. So please hear this very carefully without falling asleep. It is one day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered Shiva's Angan. So he, in general, before also, when there was ecstatic chanting and dancing, every day night they used to have nocturnal chanting, Sankirtan pastimes, and the envious people and karmis and atheistic people, they were not allowed inside the campus. So that's why Srila Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita that sometimes devotees, temples should be, doors should be closed if atheistic people and all come and they disturb. But in general, Prabhupada says, when the huge Sankirtan festival takes place, we keep the doors open. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would close. Sometimes, once one Brahmana, he wanted to enter the place, and then he was not allowed. Next day morning, when he met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the bank of Ganges, he broke his thread. He took water, Ganges water, and cursed him. That you will not get any material enjoyment. So Lord Chaitanya smiled and said, "Thank you very much." So Prabhupada says, anybody who hears this pastime, they will become free from all the curses from anybody. Of course, there is nobody to curse. Even if somebody curses, it doesn't affect us so much. But still, Prabhupada said, the devotees who are doing puja, he said, the bell in the hands of a pujari is more powerful than a atom bomb. So the pujaris, they should not curse, Prabhupada said. So anyway, but this today, this time Mahaprabhu, he entered in the morning itself. So in ecstasy, he sat on the bed of Lord Vishnu, throne of Lord Vishnu. So the speciality of pure devotees, they know the mind, heart of the master. So Lord Nityananda understood the mood of Lord Chaitanya. So today, on this day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not pretend. Previously, he would sit on the throne of Lord Vishnu in Shiva's house, and then later on, as if he is in ecstasy, but later on he would pretend that he was a devotee or a mistake ho gaya, like that. But today he didn't pretend. He just went and sat. Then Lord Chaitanya ordered, chant the Abhishek prayers. Abhishek prayers. And then immediately Nityananda Prabhu understood what he wants. Then immediately the devotees, then he looked around all the devotees. Then he said, then devotees have started tumultuous chanting and dancing. And then Mahaprabhu said, chant the Abhishek prayers. So Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport, the Abhishek prayers are Purusha Shukta prayers. Om Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat, like that. So they started chanting the prayers. And then they have, then they started the Abhishek ceremony of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is mentioned that they have applied Gandha to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu along with the Tulsi Manjaris. Srila Prabhupada writes, mentions in one of the letters or conversations that the greatest service you can offer to Krishna is offer tulsi along with the chandan to the lotus feet of the Lord. The greatest service. So in my classes, many of my students, they do it at home every day. I told that if you cannot do anything, at least do this much. Take very pure chandan and then make a paste, get tulsi, then offer to the lotus feet of Krishna, even if it is photograph, and then chant the prayer. Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitam mamishame bhavambudo kripaya tava pada pankaja stitaduli sadrishyam vichintaya. So chant this, I told them. So many people, they do it. So it is, and then I also do it every day to the I offer. So this is Prabhupada says, this is the greatest service you can do to Krishna. Offer tulsi manjaris and along with the sandalwood paste to the lotus feet of the Lord. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself instructed Raghunath Das Goswami in Antyalila Chaitanya Charitamrita. When he gave the Saligram Govardhan Shila, he told, offer this, I think 12 tulsi dala and along with the sandalwood. It's very simple. Lord Chaitanya said, worshipping Govardhan. Like that. So it is given in Garuda Purana that the 4 portions of musk and then 3 portions of sandalwood and then 2 portions of saffron and then 1 portion of camphor. This is called Gandha, Chatushana, Gandha. So if somebody can offer this to the Lord, he can purchase the Lord along with the tulsi. So the devotees have started offering Gandha along with the tulsi manjaris to the lotus feet of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. Then everybody, it is given in Hari Bhakti Vilas that one should offer 108 pots of Ganga Jal or Sahasratirtha Jal to the Lord. It is mentioned that 1008, then 108, then 56, then are 16 or 4. Or 4. So they should bring, it is golden parts, silver parts, copper parts, iron parts, and then matkas, pots like that. So they should bring water. And so everybody, they ran carrying the pots. Some people have carried golden pots, some people have carried, some devotees have carried silver pots, some devotees have carried iron pots, like that. And then there is a huge rush. And then there is one girl, Duki. So she was actually, many devotees, they try to come forward and do service. But there are many devotees who don't like any advertisement. They are in the background, making arrangements for all the devotees to perform service. And nobody knows their name also. Like that, Duki was actually giving water. She is collecting water from Ganga and giving the water to everybody. Nobody knows, but Lord Chaitanya knows. If somebody, you don't have to advertise. Mahaprabhu is in the heart of everybody. So Mahaprabhu understood that, what Dukhi is up to. Then he said, bring Dukhi also, let her also bathe me. So Dukhi also, she came and then started bathing. Then Mahaprabhu called her. Now onwards, you are not Dukhi, you are Sukhi. Right? You are Sukhi. So all the devotees who are in the movement of Prabhupada, they should always be happy. Right? Prabhupada said, Sa shochati sa sudra. Those who lament, they are sudras. Brahmana means they are always smiling. Right? Smiling. Prabhupada said, if a devotee is morose, that means he is a rascal. Right? So don't be a rascal. Always be happy. Well, Krishna is the supreme controller. Anything happens without his sanction, nothing will happen. So Krishna is so very sweet and Lord. He is our master, and then we are serving him. Why we should be, lamenting? Right? Nobody said from now onwards you are Sukhi. You are no Dukhi. Like that. So it is mentioned that it is mentioned that they are coming and personally doing Abhishek of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everybody. And then it is mentioned that anybody who bathes the Lord, all those preachers, they can use this quote. It is mentioned that Yavanti jalabinduni mamagatre niveshayat tavad varsha sahasrani swargaloke mahiyati. Said anybody who bathes the Lord, does Abhishek, with Panchamrit and water. How many drops of water he put on the head of the Lord? That many thousands of years they can live in Svetadvipa. And then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta says that Swargaloke Mahiyati means when that particular devotee is going to Vaikuntha, Devatas, they stand there, including Brahmadev. They stand there to argue with Padya, Argya, Achaman and Madhuparka. Brahmadev, Brahmaji and then Indra, all Surya and all, they stand outside their gate. And then they offer Padya, Argya, Achaman and Madhuparka to the devotees who are going to Vaikuntha, those who have bathed the Lord. Like that. So, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur says that Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, after doing, Lord Brahma and Indra and all, after doing so much tapasya and austerities and penances, they get a chance to bathe the lotus feet of Krishna. In one kalpa, after so many kalpas of tapasya, they get a chance. So the lotus feet of the Lord, whose lotus feet is being worshipped by Lord Brahma, and they look forward to worship those lotus feet, are being worshipped by servants and the maid servants of Srivas Thakur. So that is the glory of being with a devotee. Right? So it is mentioned that a devotee who is cleaning the temple, new bhakta, who is cleaning the temple. Nowadays, I don't know, previously we used to have schedule, new bhaktas only used to clean every day night. So the happiness that a devotee, a new bhakta gets by, simply sweeping the temple, even Indra also doesn't get. It is mentioned like that. So all our drivers and all, sometimes some drivers, they say, we give very less salaries when compared to outside. But still they don't want to leave, because they get happiness and pleasure by being with devotees and serving the Lord, driving the devotees' cars and all. They are very happy, and some of them, they became devotees also, drivers, like that. So it is very glorious to be with the devotees. Like that, they were bathing the Lord. After the bathing ceremony is over, they brought dry towels, and they applied dry clothes to the Lord Chaitanya, and then they cleaned the throne of Lord Vishnu, and they made him sit, and they offered him a very fresh cloth again. And then now Mahaprabhu said, offer me something, right? Offer me something. And then again they performed Shodasa Upachara, right? Shodasa Upachara, Padya, Argya, Achaman, Madhuparka, Dhupa, Deepa, Naivedya, Abharana, Vastra, and then mirror, and then all, flower garlands, Gandha. Again they started offering all this, they performed Shodasa Upachara of Lord Chaitanya. And then personally, we offer all these things, all these auspicious substances to Lord, to the deity form. But the devotees of during that time, they are offering personally to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everything. And then Mahaprabhu is accepting. And then again, they are offering. So many people, they are coming and giving them Mahaprabhu Tulsi Manjaris, Gandha, and then Mahaprabhu said, give me something to eat. like that. Then there is a huge commotion. Everybody ran. Right? Somebody was bringing water for Lord Chaitanya to drink. Somebody is bringing fruits. Then somebody is bringing sweets. They went around. They went to the market of Mayapur, and they brought thousands, and there is no count actually. Thousands of devotees were there, and then they were all going and bringing somebody is bringing sweets, somebody is bringing fruits, somebody is bringing soaked moong dal, and then somebody is bringing sweet rice, somebody is bringing all this. There also, they like this chipped rice. That time also is there, panihati, chipped rice. Chida dahi, and then somebody is bringing fused rice, somebody is bringing coconut laddus, and somebody is bringing all kind. And then Mahaprabhu was eating everything with his own hand. He is taking and eating, Nobody, he didn't refuse anybody. He said, everybody saw the opulence of Lord Chaitanya. How anybody can eat, so much? Right? How can somebody eat so much? Kilos and kilos sweets he is eating. Kilos and kilos. Then somebody is bringing bananas and jackfruit. That time, of course, apples are not there. Then jackfruits, and then bananas, and then everybody, give me, and like that, so then everybody is bringing and giving, and Mahaprabhu is eating personally with his own hands. And then everybody was struck with wonder how anybody can eat so much prasad, boga, direct offering, like that. And then everybody is in ecstasy. Then everybody is offering prayers. Somebody is dancing in ecstasy. Somebody is rolling on the ground. Somebody is offering prayers. And then somebody is shedding tears. Somebody's hairs are standing. It is a great ecstatic movement for everybody. Because, Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu... then the devotees started offering prayers and all. Then Mahaprabhu said, then he started calling one by one devotee, one by one, and then he is telling them secrets, the kind of association he had before and all that. First of all, he called, "Hey Shivas, come here." He said, "Do you know, once you attended Bhagavad class of Devananda Pandit? When Devanand Pandit was narrating wonderful pastimes of Krishna, you started crying, and then you became ecstatic, and then you making your hairs are standing on end, and then you are delirious, and then crying constantly and making sounds, and then Devanand Pandit's disciples, they did not understand why you are crying and all, and then they took you and threw you out." Because Devanand Pandit, he is also materialistic, and his disciples also are materialistic. So Devanand Pandit, he did not stop the disciples to, stop them from throwing you out. And then Srivas Thakur, you became very grief-stricken, and then you came out, and then you started reading Srimad Bhagavatam. Srivas, at that time, I entered your body, and then you became ecstatic. And then when you are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, each verse of Srimad Bhagavatam is full of devotional prema bhakti. So you started crying, and then you cried so much that a river has formed in your room. You did not understand, because I entered your body. Then I gave you so much happiness. Srivas, do you remember? Then immediately, yeah, Mahaprabhu, yeah. But, once one lady, she came. Once one Harishwar and all, they were there, that he was temple commander in Vrindavan. One person came, and then he started showing symptoms of ecstasy and started dancing and all that. Then they all went and asked Prabhupada, what should we do? Prabhupada said, kick him in his ass. Oh, then if he is really ecstatic, if he is really ecstatic, then he will not feel pain. Otherwise, he will know. So they went and kicked him, and then he ran away. So, like that, of course, once one lady, she was pretending, Prabhupada did not, San Francisco. Prabhupada did not care. But lot of pretenders also will come. But here, Devananda Pandit should have known the real symptoms of a pure devotee. Like that. Then he said, Srivas Thakur fell at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, and then he started doing Mahaprabhu, got hold of his lotus feet, like that. And he said, hey, Gangadas Pandit, come here, come here. Do you know, one day the Yavanas are hurting you, they started chasing you, then you came with your family to the bank of Ganges. Then there you are looking for a boatman, nobody was there, and then you are looking, and then you are crying, and then you could not find anybody. Then you thought these Yavanas will spoil your family ladies. That's why you are scared. That's why you wanted to give up your life along with your family members and drown in Ganga and die. At that time, one boatman came. They say, hey, boatman, come here. I will be indebted to you. Please take me across to the other side of the Ganges. I will give you 1 coin and then 2 coins as donation. Then myself and my family will remain indebted to you throughout our lives. Please take us. Then that boatman took, and then you are praising that boatman, and then you are very, very grateful. Hey, Gangadas, I am the one. I came as the boatman. Then, so when you are crossing the Ganga, you are remembering me. You are remembering me. Then Gangadas Pandit, Mahaprabhu, hey, you are the one. Then he started crying and then falling at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, offering obeisances and prayers. Then he said, hey, he called one more devotee. Do you know, you are having fever that day. You are afraid that you are going to die. I came as a doctor, and gave you the medicine. Do you remember? Mahaprabhu, I remember. He was in ecstasy. Like that. And then he said, hey, he blessed everybody. Said, all those who are present, all those who are not present. Said, so in the marketplace, there is one devotee by name Sridhara. You bring him. He is my eternal servant. You bring him to me. Then they said, how do we, because, pure devotees sometimes, they are, background, like I told. He said, we don't know who is he. I said, how to recognize? Oh, very easy to recognize. Go in the marketplace. He will be crying out my names. Hey Krishna, hey Hare, Govinda. One who is crying in ecstasy. Bring him. So they went to the market. Said, then immediately they heard the cries. Oh, Govinda, Gopala, Hare, Narayana, Rama. Then they started crying. They said, oh, this must be Sridhara. He said, come, Sridhar, Lord is calling you, Lord is calling you. He said, then as soon as he heard that Lord is calling, he fainted. Right? Then immediately they lifted him. Then they said, let us touch you, because we will be glorified, because Lord Chaitanya is remembering you. That means how glorious you must be. Said immediately they picked him up, and then they brought him, and then they threw him at the lotus feet of Gauranga. And then he came back to consciousness. Hey, Sridhara, do you remember? See, I am so pleased with you. You are my servant life after life. I am going to give you Siddhi. 8 kinds of perfection to you. He said, then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started showing his wonderful Shyam Sundara form. Right? Accompanied by, on one side, Srimati Radharani, on the other side, Balaram. Then at his lotus feet, Lord Brahma offering prayers, Lord Shiva offering prayers, Saraswati Devi offering prayers. Then when he saw this beautiful form of Krishna, Radha and Krishna, accompanied by all the servants and all, then Mukunda, this Kolavecha Sridhara, again fainted. So like I tell you many times I tell this, the enemy for non-devotees for serving Krishna is sense gratification. Enemy of pure devotees for serving Krishna is his beautiful form. Rupa Saundarya. So devotees, when they see Lord Krishna's beautiful form, they faint. Their hair stand on end, and then the eyes are flowing with the tears. So that is why they find it difficult, because when Maharaj Prithu saw Lord Krishna in his beautiful form, he started crying and crying. Then because of tears are so constantly flowing, he was unable to see the form of the Lord. He has to rub his eyes again and again. Like that, all the devotees, they experience like that. When they see Krishna's beautiful form, they just can't. So that is why devotees pray to the Lord, my dear Lord, please reduce your attraction, so that I can do some service to you. Like that. So that is why Sumitra also told Lakshmana that be careful, because you will become so attracted to Lord Ramchandra's beauty, while walking behind, then you will forget, to serve him properly. If some animals are coming, you will not hear. So that is why some acharyas, they comment that is why it is decided you walk in the front, so that you can avoid seeing the beauty of Lord Rama, so that you are aware. Like that. So that is so seeing the most beautiful form of Radha and Krishna, Kolavacha Sridhara fainted. And then Mahaprabhu touched his lotus feet on the head of Sridhara. Hey Sridhar, offer prayers to me. Offer prayers to me. Right? But Sridhara, he is uneducated devotee. He didn't go to any college or Veda Pathshala or anything. Right? He was a very poor Brahmana, selling banana barks, banana leaves, and flowers, and then fruits and all. Mahaprabhu, he would walk like a lion, majestic. Dhoti tucked in at three places, very folded in three places, right? Yellow dhoti, and then his blackish hair, curly hair up to the shoulders, right? His eyes are like blooming lotus petals, right? When he would speak something, it is like a roar of a lion, roar of a lion. Then he was intoxicated with the pride of knowledge, knowledge, scholarship. Then he is surrounded by some of his chelas and all. He would walk like a lion, right? Then everybody will become attracted. He would walk like that and come to Sridhara's shop. At least every day he would spend 2 hours. Every day he would spend for 2 hours with Kolavacha Sridhara. Hey Sridhara, Sridhara, he would sell every day these banana leaves and all. And then he would earn 1 rupee, 50 paisa he will spend it for worship of Ganga. Right? Worship of Ganga. And then he living in a poor hut with so many holes in the top. So all the whole night he would chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Govinda, Rama, Gopala. Like that he would always constantly chant, tears and all. All the atheistic people, they will become disturbed. This rascal Sridhara, because he is empty stomach, he is not getting sleep because of hunger, and then he is crying all the time. He is disturbing our sleep. Like that, they would chastise Kolavacha Sridhara like that. But if pure devotees, they don't care, and they are not offended also. Then Mahaprabhu would come. Hey Sridhara, you are earning. I will complain to the Kaji that you are paying enough tax. You are making such huge profit. Why you live like a mendicant? Wear nice. You should wear. You should live in a nice place. See, those people who are worshipping Chandi and all, they are living in the palaces. You are worshipping Ganga. Why you are living in a poor hut? Like that. And then Mahaprabhu would demand, well, give me for a half price. Then he would take away the flowers and the leaves and all that. And then there is a tug of war. Now, why are you taking? Hey, Nimai, why are you taking? No, you are making too many profits. Making too many profits. Like that. He would chastise. Then when he would look at the face of Lord Chaitanya, he would become like, spotless moon, Gaur Chandra. And then he would become enchanted. Okay, take it. Like that, for half the price he will take every day. Every day you would come. Why are you harassing me every day? Huh? Why do, there are no more shops here? Like that, why don't you, go there? No. I don't give up my, suppliers. I don't give up my suppliers. If you don't give me this thing, then I will complain to Kaji that, you are hiding money. You are not paying tax and all that. Like that. Sometimes Mahaprabhu would say, see, you are worshipping Ganga. I am the master of that Ganga. That Ganga is coming from my lotus feet. He said, Shiva, 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 Vishnu, Vishnu, what are you saying? What are you saying? Well, okay, taking away my banana leaves and banana barks and all the flowers and all bananas is okay. But this kind of offense, don't commit. You are saying, Ganga come, you are Vishnu. What are you saying? Ganga, Shiva, Shiva. Like that, he would close his ears. Then, okay, don't commit offense, take. Don't say that again. Like that, he would. So, Vrindavan Thakur says, in order to perform this pastime, Mahaprabhu made him sell banana barks and banana leaves and all that. Like that. So, Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur says that when there is these karmis and all, even if they offer very nice foodstuffs and very, very opulent things, Krishna doesn't accept. But because of devotional service of Kolavech Sridhara, he is accepting, every day he would eat only the leaves that are purchased from Sridhara's office, banana, from shop, every day. And every day he would fight with Sridhara and, eat bananas, flowers, this and that, like that. When, by the mercy of Saraswati Devi, then Sridhara, he started offering wonderful prayers. Said, oh my dear Lord Gauranga, you are the father of the whole world. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You were actually wandering in the streets of Gokula. Now you are wandering on the streets of Navadvipa. So when you appeared as Krishna, you distributed your devotional service to everybody. Now we have appeared because devotional service lives in your body. Previously when you came as Krishna, only few people, they understood you. Only few people, they understood you. But now, millions and millions of people are going to understand you because you are going to distribute Krishna Prema very freely. Right? Then, like that, he started offering wonderful prayers to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, he said that all this, Duryodhana and all these demons and all, they will not understand you because they don't have devotional service. They don't have devotional service. But even a small person like me, can understand you because you are very merciful on me. Then Mahaprabhu said, hey Sridhara, ask me something. Because meeting me should not be fruitless. Ask me something. I want to give you Ashtasiddhi. Like that. Kolavesha said, no. I don't want. Hey, Kolavesha, I want to put you in a big palace. Kolavesha said, no. I want to make you king. Kolavesha said, no. I want you to marry a beautiful woman. No. Say, Sridhara, what do you want? I want that same Brahmana, Nimai Pandit, come to my shop every life. I want to sell banana barks, banana leaves and all. Every day, every life, you should come and fight with me and take all the my banana leaves and all. I am such a murkha, fool. You were telling me that you are the master of the Ganga that I am worshipping. I could not recognize. Now I know. Please, like that. So, anybody I did not repeat, no time. There are so many wonderful prayers he offered, that anybody who hears the prayers offered by Kolavech Sridhara and those who, hear the benediction given by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the benediction? He said, I am awarding you devotional service, forever. Sridhara, I am awarding you devotional service. So he blessed him that, you will be my devotee life after life. Like that. Then, so like this, he was blessing everybody. He was blessing everybody. Then he called Murari Gupta. Hey Murari, come here, come here. Yeah? Then immediately he showed his wonderful form as Lord Ramchandra, accompanied by Lakshman, Sita, and then he saw himself, as a monkey. Do you know who? You're my servant. Do you remember? Your tail is burnt. Huh? Who protected you? Huh? Who protected you? Come, look at your Miss Devi, Sita. Because Ravana was troubling her so much. You are crying constantly. See, no problem. Nothing happened to her. She is with me. Come, see, look. Hey, then, he gave him complete Ram Darbar Darshan, to Murari Gupta. Hey, Murari, you are Hanuman. I am the same master, Lord Ramchandra. Then offer prayer. Then Murari Gupta immediately started offering prayers. That, hey Murari, ask something. Said, no, I don't want anything. Huh? You are my master, I am your servant, life after life, that should be my position. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari. Yeah? Said, I don't want anything else. Please bless me that I will remain your servant. Then Mahaprabhu declared, anybody who blasphemes Murari Gupta, even if he is chanting Hare Krishna millions of times, even if he is taking bath in Ganga, he will not become free from that offense. You know why he got this name Murari Gupta? Because Lord Murari stays in the heart of the Murari Gupta secretly. That is why his name is Murari Gupta. Then Murari Gupta offered wonderful prayers like that. Then he called, hey Advait Prabhu, come here. You are non-different from me. If you are crying, I will also cry. If you are happy, I am also happy. Because we are non-different. Advaita Prabhu, he got the name Advaita Acharya because he is describing entire Bhagavad Gita in terms of devotional service. All that. That's why he is known as Acharya. Like once Hridayananda Maharaj, he was telling to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, Hridayananda Maharaj was a scholar, PhD and all. So one of his professors read Bhagavad Gita of Srila Prabhupada. And then he commented that Krishna explained Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Dhyana Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. But your Guru, all the purports only Krishna devotional service. Like that he was criticizing. Prabhupada smiled. That's good. That means he is reading it. He understood. Prabhupada was following, footsteps of Advaita Acharya. All the purports, any purport you take, Antakale Chamameva Smaran. So in some purports, 3 times Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. 3 times, 4 times. Any verse you say, Prabhupada actually explains it in the terms of devotional service. Right? So, Prabhupada, so like that. So Advaita, hey Advaita, whenever you don't understand a particular verse, how to explain it in the terms of devotional service, you would fast. But if you fast, that pain is my pain. That's why I would come and explain to that verse, what all. Actually, we are very, very fortunate, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, if you read Opulences of the Absolute, 9th chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lila, Krishna is explaining Mahaprabhu is explaining the beauty of Krishna. That means about himself. Then Mahaprabhu said, I wanted to tell you something, but I sidetracked. So Mahaprabhu is explaining, Krishna himself is explaining all the intricacies, confidential secrets of devotional service in teachings to Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami. So, Krishna himself, Chaitanya Charitamrita means purports given by Krishna himself on Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Just imagine, so wonderful. And then, but You are thinking it was a dream, but actually I was personally explaining to you. Then I am telling you to eat because I didn't like you to fast. Then one verse I didn't explain to you. 13th chapter. Sarvato pani padamyat, sarvato kshasiromukha, sarvata shrutimaloke, sarvamabhuti tishtati. If somebody understands 13th chapter Bhagavad Gita properly, that means he has understood Bhagavad Gita. Very difficult chapter. Many people are misled. 13th chapter, some verses like that. Mahaprabhu was explaining to Advaita Acharya, and then now we got the purports. Vaishnava Prabhupada's purports differ from all other acharyas, some other acharyas, all this Shankaracharya and all, because they have explained 13th chapter in terms of the soul, but actually 13th chapter Krishna explained about the super soul. So they think that soul and the super soul are same. So in that way they explained 13th chapter, very difficult chapter, but Prabhupada explained very nicely. One should read again and again 13th chapter and understand properly. So because Mahaprabhu himself, then Mahaprabhu explained what is the meaning of Sarvato Panipadamyat, Sarvato Ikshasirumukha. Then Mahaprabhu said, hey Advaita, you and I are same, because you called me loudly, you cried, that's why I came here. Like that. Like this, Mahaprabhu was calling everybody and benedicting. Then he called Haridas Thakur. Hey Haridas, come here, come here. Do you remember when you were being beaten up? 22 marketplaces. Right? One devotee was telling that they were so rude, these Yavanas, and they are so cruel that if we were to be beaten like that, in the first market itself we would have died. In the first market itself, first beating itself, we would have surrendered. Okay, Harinam chhod diya. वो बोल रहा था ना हरिनाम, hey हरिदास हरिनाम छोड़ दो, हरिनाम छोड़ दो. Right? हम होते ना, पहले ही मार्केट में छोड़ देते. ठीक है, छोड़ दिया अभी. Hare Krishna. But Haridas Thakur, he was beaten so badly, but still he didn't give up. Do you know? I came to kill with my Sudarshan Chakra to, kill those demons, who are harassing you. But what to do? My hand got frozen because you wished welfare for them. I became helpless. I became helpless. So that is why I took those beatings. And then he removed his kurta and showed the marks of whips on the body, like that. Oh, Haridas Thakur, hey Lord, what have you done? Then he fell unconscious. Then, hey Haridas, I will remain grateful to Advaita Acharya because he recognized you properly. Then he has respected you properly. Said, actually, you and I belong to the same caste. You and belong to the same caste. Then Haridas, he started offering prayers to the Lord. That, my dear Lord, I am actually untouchable. If anybody sees me, he has to take bath. If anybody touches me, he has to take bath. I don't have any devotion. I don't have any devotion. Then Mahaprabhu said, no. You have come, even Brahma and Shiva also, they will become purified. Anybody who remembers you, anybody who speaks to you even for a moment, they will get devotional service to me. Even Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma also, they will become purified if they touch you. Like that. Then he offered prayers and all. Then last, but not the least. Right? So, then he is calling everybody and all benedicting. There is one devotee, Mukunda. They went and told the Lord. He was waiting outside. That, Lord, you did not call Mukunda. He said, Mukunda, I am not going to call him. He said, why? He is a hypocrite. Sometimes he takes grass in his hands. Sometimes he takes a stick. When he is a devotee, he is very humble. He keeps grass, between his teeth and begs. When he goes to hear Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana, then he behaves like them. Yoga was like Vasishtha Muni. See, just imagine, how fortunate we are. That Vasishtha Muni, who is serving Lord Ramchandra, He is a big Brahmarshi and all. He did not know the true glories of devotional service to Lord Ram. Right? He is a impersonalist. In Andhra, this Yoga system is very, very famous. In our houses also, they used to read this Yoga Vas. It's a very authoritative grantha for them. Yoga system. It's all full of Mayavad, impersonalism. So, Advaita Acharya, he used to read Yoga system because Mahaprabhu, he would give him respect. He did not like. So he wanted Mahaprabhu to chastise Advaita Acharya. So that's why he started reading Yoga system. Then one day, Mahaprabhu came to beat him. Then now I agree. You have accepted me as your servant. Otherwise, you are offering me respect. Then Mahaprabhu felt embarrassed. So what have I done? Like that. So this Mukunda will go. He is very go and read here, Yoga system and all. So when he hears Yoga system, he is beating me with the stick, like that. Otherwise, when he is a devotee, like that. So he says, Mahaprabhu, hear this very carefully. Mahaprabhu says, anybody who says that anything else other than devotional service is superior, he is beating me with a stick. He is beating me with a stick. Like that. So I feel very bad if somebody says Jnana Yoga is superior, Karma Yoga is superior, Dhyana Yoga is superior, yes, and all that. Like that. So this Mukunda will not get my audience. Then Shiva Thakur and all, they try to, appease Lord Chaitanya. I said, no. Like that. Then Mukunda asked Shiva Thakur, please ask him, when will I get darshan of Lord Chaitanya? Because if I don't get to take the darshan of Lord Chaitanya, better I commit suicide. So before that he wanted to know whether he will get darshan of Lord Chaitanya. Then Mahaprabhu said, after millions of lifetimes, he may get darshan. He may get darshan. Then when he said, when Mukunda heard that, then as soon as he heard it, then he started dancing in ecstasy, saying that, even if it is 1 million lifetimes, no problem, I will get darshan of Lord Chaitanya. There is no problem. Like that. Then he started dancing in ecstasy. Then immediately Mahaprabhu was greatly pleased. Hey, call him, hey Mukunda, come here, all your offenses are nullified. I said, but Mukunda was not in a mood to hear, he was in ecstasy. Said, he told Shiva, hey, bring Mukunda. So then they forcibly brought Mukunda. Hey Mukunda, come here, I have accepted you. You know why? Because even though you are committing offense, because you had full faith in my words. You thought that, my words are infallible. That when after 1 million lifetimes, you will get my darshan. You had faith in that. So that one faith is enough, to nullify all the offenses. Come here. You are now, I live on your tongue. Whenever, Mukunda is a very great singer. Whenever you sing, I am present. Your singing is so beautiful that it arouses devotion in everybody's heart. Like that. So Mukunda very wonderfully offered prayers, saying that, Duryodhan and all of them, they saw you, but because they don't have devotion, they did not recognize you. They did not get any ecstasy. He gave the example of, the Duryodhan, Shishupal, and then all the kings in Rukmini Kalyan, all the kings in those who have assembled, on the in the Rukmini Kalyan time. All that, he said, because they don't, even though they, Duryodhan saw your universal form, he could not recognize you. Like that. All this Shishupala, he was so envious, like that. So in the same way, I also don't have any devotion like that. No, Mukunda. Then Lord Chaitanya felt embarrassed. He said, no, Mukunda, you have devotion like that. Then he blessed, saying that, this Dobi who had darshan of me during Krishna's Lila, he performed austerities for millions of lifetimes to get my darshan. Because he was not trained in devotional service, he lost the opportunity to serve me. Like that. So without devotion, they cannot get me. So like that, then all the devotees, they came and offered some more things and offered prayers and everything. And then Lord Chaitanya blessed. So like this, this Lila went on for 21 hours. Short Lila, you know, and then it went on. And then they were everybody is in ecstasy, like that. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to Mathura, Keshavji temple, he was dancing in ecstasy. There is one Brahmana, Sanodaya Brahmana. He was also matching steps with Lord Chaitanya and start dancing in ecstasy. You know, dancing in ecstasy. Then Mahaprabhu was greatly surprised. Hey, Brahman, who are you? Have you got some connection with Madhavendra Puri? Yeah, I'm disciple of Madhavendra Puri. When he came to Mathura, I took initiation from him. Then Mahaprabhu said, yes, unless there is some connection with Madhavendra Puri, you cannot express such ecstasy in devotional service, in chanting and dancing and all that. So Madhavendra Puri, he is coming from a disciple section of Madhvacharya. So Madhvacharya Sampradaya, they worship Krishna but in a reverential mood and all that. But Madhavendra Puri started this worship of Radha and Krishna and in ecstasy and all that. So all of you know, he was practicing Ajagar Vritti. Yeah, Ajagar Vritti. And then when he was staying in the Mathura, Vrindavan, near Govardhan, so one boy came, said, hey Brahman, so, Baba, why you are fasting for 3 days? You didn't take anything. So take milk. So Madhavendra Puri asked, how do you know? No, these ladies told me, if somebody is not doing, why you are not begging and all? If somebody doesn't eat, I will supply. Right? In Vrindavan, nobody goes hungry, right? Koi na koi khilata hai. Right? So, especially Krishna's devotees, if somebody is not giving, Krishna comes personally and gives, like that. So, he gave him said part. But Madhavendra Puri became very attracted to this boy. So, he was thinking about that boy. Yeah. He is always used to thinking about Krishna, but this time he was thinking about that boy. Then he fell asleep, and that boy, same boy came. Then he said, I'm here. Please take me out. So that is Srinathji. They established, and then there is an Annakut ceremony. So beautiful description is there. Then Srinathji told Madhavendra Puri that I'm feeling very hot. Bring some sandalwood from Malaya. And then he came here. And then while coming, he stayed at Remuna. Then he thought, what kind of sweet rice they are offering? I also should get it. I should also get it. Then he felt very bad that he felt like that. Then he went away. Then Shirachara Gopinath told that Brahmana, that fortunate Madhavendra Puri, I stole sweet rice for him. Please give this sweet rice to him. Like that. And then that's why Prabhupada writes, stealing is very bad, but Krishna is not hiding that I am stealing. Now he became famous as Shirachara Gopinath. Like that. So then after that he went and collected sandalwood from Jagannath Puri, and then he was bringing, and then again Gopal came in the dream of Madhavendra Puri. Then he said, no, myself and Gopinath are same. Apply this sandalwood pulp to Gopinath. So like that they stayed. So Madhavendra Puri, today there is a Shantipur festival in Mayapur takes place. Anybody who distributes khichdi on this day in Shantipur, they will get love of Krishna. That's why there is a huge festival. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. Maha Prakash Lila ki. Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. I think time is over.